What are you eating?
I don't know if you've heard of this place. It's called Kuma's Corner.
Nope.
It's a burger joint central in Chicago. There's only like 3-4 places it's in, right? And it's actually on the top 5 best burger joints of Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, delicious burgers. Yeah, and it's a heavy metal burger joint.
Nice.
So, it's awesome. So they have the Black Sabbath burger, the Slayer burger, and yeah.
Closest thing we have to a heavy metal burger joint here is this place called Zippy's, where it's just a regular burger joint, but you can hear the radio playing from the kitchen where they're just blasting heavy metal.
Nice. Yeah, it's also a bar, which is kind of cool. Yeah, like I got their burger. It's just called, it's the self-titled Kuma, right? It's got lettuce, fried egg, tomato, bacon, and like the bacon ain't fake. It's like real legit bacon. The burger's legit. They cooked it and everything, and none of this is fake. It's not like processed or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's pretty damn good. Yeah. This summer, I kind of want to do a thing for Chicago where it's like, okay, I want to go to the top 5 best everything, top 5 best steak places, club.
Were you living in Chicago before, or did you just live near Chicago?
I live near Chicago. I've always lived near Chicago, except for when I was, like, way younger to the point where I can't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, for the most part, for my childhood until I was, like, 6 or 7, I lived in New Mexico.
Shit ton of people still left.
Dum dum dum. Da, da, da.
Oh, I figure if we're going to do anything, we should just talk about what we liked and saw at E3, because there's really no point going over like the entire thing.
Exactly. I was just about to freaking say that. Yeah. God, I miss talking to you. I miss talking to all of you guys. Honestly, no joke. Not to make it silly or anything, but I always love talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's fun to have. People enjoy the same topics.
Yeah. Did you know there was supposed to be a Daredevil game and it got canceled and everything?
Surprised me.
That's I would love a Daredevil game. That'd be awesome.
Well, apparently this new Spider-Man game is like the first in a series of games that Marvel Studios is like giving its approval of.
Oh, thank God!
Like, hey, we don't care. Don't tie it into any movies. Just make good games.
You know what? Good on them. Yeah, you could easily make a Daredevil game, like especially with Batman: Arkham Knight or City, or just the Arkham series alone. Yeah. You could easily base it on that. He has his detective vision. You can just call it sonar or whatever. I mean, because doesn't he have that in the comics? I'm pretty sure. Like, I just got into Daredevil, but it's like he has like a special sonar and shit where he can see things that other people can't. So you could easily BS your way through that.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of Marvel, did you know that apparently there's a rumor, or not rumor, someone saw on the Chinese market or whatever, apparently there might be not a reimagining or reboot, what am I thinking? When they make a game that was old HD.
Remastered?
Remastered, yeah, a remastered version of the Marvel Alliance games.
Huh?
Do you
those
remember?
Games recent?
Well, Marvel Ultimate Alliance came out 10 years ago. In 2006. The second one came out, I think, 2009. Yeah. So, I mean, they're not that old compared to most other games, but I do hear that it's very difficult for you to get them. So, it's kind of understandable.
The third one came out 4 years ago.
There was a third?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, dude.
I'll look this up. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Cosmic Crisis.
Oh! Cosmic Crisis. Let me see.
July 4th, 2012.
The only thing I can find is a Marvel fan fiction wiki. That's the only thing I could find on here. I think you got duped, or you're fucking with me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fan fiction. So weird.
So you should just pretend.
Why would? What the fuck? Why was? It's like Google's pulled it up as like yes, this is the real.
Just blame Google. Fucking Google. Stupid Google.
All right.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Did you ever play either of them, the Ultimate Alliance games?
No.
They were a lot of fun. They were completely exactly alike to those X-Men games, like X-Men Legends or whatever they were called.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Except instead of just the X-Men, you had you had Thor, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and all the other guys. Yeah, Daredevil. Yeah. What was that really shitty X-Men game that came out like 2012?
X-Men Destiny.
Destiny. Oh yeah, God.
And the Tank Silicon Knights.
Yeah, Silicon Knights did not have a lot of good stuff.
They pretty much had one game.
Yeah. What was it? It was Blood Omen. Oh, and Eternal Darkness. That was their
thing,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Sanity's Requiem.
Yeah. I remember they did Blood Omen.
Some people defend Too Human, but...
I've played it. It's okay, but it's nothing good. I mean, it's decent, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Like, the biggest flaw of that game was their combat system. It wasn't like, press X and A or press triangle. You would move the right stick around, and that would control your sword and everything.
Right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Okay, let's start off. So what did you like about E3, actually? I mean, what was the things that you...
You aren't going to include the Brexit talk in the podcast, are you?
Oh, no, I won't.
Okay.
Not unless you want to.
No.
Okay.
Do not include a fucking...
We got political.
23-year-old white American guy who was in Seattle claiming to know anything about the situation.
We've gotten political. No, then I will not add it in any shape or form. Yeah. But yeah, what did you like about E3? Yeah, hell, I'll even cut out that part where you asked. Goddamn.
All right, starting from the beginning.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm looking at Too Human. They were some weird shit, because, do you remember that? It was Norse mythology.
But, the future.
But with cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at pictures of this, and it's like, what the fuck?
Whenever I hear people compliment the game, they're talking about how interesting, the world and design were, and they always ignore how shitty the gameplay was. Yeah,
well... I remember it, and it really wasn't nothing. It was nothing to write home about. Honestly, it looked like the Thor video game,
God,
around it. Yeah, you look at it right now. Here's a picture. It looks like the Thor game. In all honesty, there's really nothing special looking about it.
Yeah, really. Huh.
And it looks really shitty too.
Yeah. Hoo boy, the 7th generation has not aged well.
Apparently not, no. It's kind of funny. Have you ever looked at Dragon Age, or not Dragon Age, what is it, Dragon Quest games?
No.
They're very simplistic with their, stuff. But they still look good, even today. And they're, the PS2 version still looks decent. Here.
Art styles will always look better. They'd try to go for realism.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is from the PS2. This was, the last 2-3 years.
Oh, well, that's cell shading.
Yeah, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Even today. Yeah. That was, my first JRPG that made me go back to JRPGs. Man, that was such a fun game. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to E3. What were you excited about? What are you interested in?
I'm glad they showed a lot of Dishonored 2, but, I was going to get that game regardless.
Same, yeah.
It's just good to see it running well, looks fun. I like the new abilities they show, like being able to link people's pain, get all Kisnaiver on them.
The time travel thing's very interesting.
What was the time travel part?
I think it's Corvo's special ability because it's like you're playing two characters. It's the girl who I can't remember the character's name.
You talking about when they like jump in and out of dimensions?
Yeah, it's like Corvo's ability is like he goes backwards and forwards in times or some shit, and it seems interesting because it's like 1 minute, you'll have this whole area full of guards, but then when you go back in time or into the future, you'll have like nobody, the entire room or the entire building will be wrecked or whatever, and you can just move on in. But it does make me question, is that going to be like a game-breaking thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can turn this on whenever you want or anything?
Oh, no, I'm sure there's a limit to it, like all your other powers. You can't indefinitely use it.
Well, there did become a point in the first one, Dishonored, where it was like, you pretty much were a god.
Oh, no, yeah.
By
the end of the game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So by that time, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to walk right on through by. Yeah. And then...
Depends on what you're doing, though, because I feel like by the end of the game, if you're doing a kill run, you could easily just, like, I'm an unstoppable super god. Why are you even fucking with me? If you're doing a no-kill run, then you're kind of using things to your advantage. The difficulty comes from avoiding rather than...
Yeah, that's what I like about stealth games and all, yeah. It'd be like, fuck you, I can turn you into rats. Or summon rats to eat your corpse.
Seems like mosquitoes are going to be the big one in this game.
Locusts. It turns out, dun dun dun, Corvo is Moses. He turned... or whatever. He turns water into blood.
Have the plagues descend upon...
Yep.
What's the city called? Karnak or whatever?
Yeah, it's some weird name that it's hard to pronounce.
Made up vaguely European sounding name.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, Dishonored 2, I guess we'll just go by press conference.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Fucking nothing from EA except for maybe Titanfall 2.
EA was doing the Battlefield thing, right? Where they brought in, like, Snoop Dogg and all that?
Yeah.
That was my favorite part, only because you saw him smoking weed right there, just like... He was smoking...
The best part was all the pictures afterwards because a lot of the Rooster Teeth people were at that event.
Yeah.
And just, like, seeing the pictures of, like, the Rooster Teeth people just, like, standing there awkwardly while, like, Wiz Khalifa, like, passes a blunt to, like, Emily Rodriguez. And they're just like, I don't know what to do.
You see, if I was there, I'd be like, shit, yeah, let's do this shit. Let's play Battlefield high and shit. I'd be like, I'm down for that.
I'm interested in Battlefield 1, but I feel like most other Battlefield games, I'm going to buy it like years later when all the DLC is out, because I'm not interested in buying a game anymore which only launches with like I say this, but I'm playing the hell out of Overwatch. Well, not really though, because Overwatch is going to have free DLC.
I understand what you're trying to go for,
8 maps or less, and then they sell you the rest of it for piecemeal at a time.
I've always hated that, because I've always been like, you've paid $60 for this game. Asking for another 20 or whatever, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not my thing. But when it's something like Overwatch, where it's like, or Grand Theft Auto Online, or it's like, hey, yeah, we're giving you free shit, here you go, here you go, here you go. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm definitely glad they're taking the World War I setting, though. It's refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
But, God, fucking didn't show jack shit of Star Wars or of anything Star Wars or Mass Effect Andromeda, which...
No, they did the same thing that they did last year.
That game is not coming out in March.
No.
There's no fucking way it's coming out in the beginning
Hell
of
no, yeah.
They didn't show fuck all. And that means they haven't done shit.
They did the same thing that they did last year, which was like, they got all these people who work on the game and like, oh yeah, it's going to be so great.
But
we're not showing you shit.
We showed 10 seconds of shots of like, oh look, a character turns around, or a character shooting a gun for 2 seconds. That makes up for it, right?
look, Uncanny Valley.
God.
You saw that Asari, right? It just looks weird to me. I don't know. Like, when they showed that trailer, for anyone listening who's done, they show an Asari in the Mass Effect trailer that it's really just creepy looking how she smiles and looks and reacts to things, because it's very Uncanny Valley.
Frostbite, man.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know but it's like, they had the same problem with Dragon Age Inquisition with that, elf
fucking Frostbite, man.
Yeah. They should stop using that.
Too bad, that's all their games going forward.
Ugh. Because, yeah, it does not make characters look pretty. Or good looking. Get the Witcher, one. How about you?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so EA, no one really gives a fuck.
No.
They didn't really show shit. Worst conference of the show. Get the fuck out of here.
You shame.
The only thing I enjoyed, and it wasn't like, oh man, this is awesome. This is like, why the fuck are you doing this, EA? Was during the FIFA talk, they were talking about, oh, now we have managers now. And then they're like, here's the 3 different managers. Oh, but wait, there's another manager. And then fucking Jose Mourinho, the former manager of Chelsea, comes out on stage. And we're just like, why did you get the guy who has, like, the most, like, non-reactions to everything, who's just got the most stone-faced, I'm an angry Italian man, and I'm generally upset about most things, to come out and try to have banter on stage?
See, what would have impressed me was if they got that dude who lost his shit, ripped off his have you seen that gif? It's of the guy who loses his mind in the rain, rips off his shirt, and he's just like, yes! Fuck yes!
Oh, the coach, I think it was the coach of the Mexican team?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like, they have him turning Super Saiyan and everything.
Yeah.
Get that guy.
Right. You had Jose Mourinho, who, like, even after his team would lose 6 games in a row, he'd be like, I think that we should do better next time. And, it's like, why the fuck? Okay, yeah. That was just a personal, like, what are you doing?
See, get both of those guys to talk to each other and see how that works.
Yeah.
You have one guy losing his shit turning Super Saiyan, and then you have, like, I do not understand my companion here. He is very excitable for some reason. I do not understand this.
Okay, I'll dig slightly into it. The best thing about Jose Mourinho is he'd like be stone faced, but then he would talk so much shit.
Would he?
Yeah, he'd just say, yeah, well, we have better players, and like they kind of suck. Like, look at our win record compared to last year compared to them. So shut the fuck up and get out of my face. But then he was fired from our team. So.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he used to run our team, and then he was fired, and then they brought him back like 2 years ago, and then he led us to a championship. And then this previous year, the one that just happened, we just were garbage for
really?
Half a year, and then they fired him again. All right, moving on.
Okay, to what was it? It was Microsoft, wasn't it?
It was Bethesda.
Oh, it was Bethesda. Also, didn't really have anything.
Not really. Well, they had some things.
I mean, at least not for me. Like,
just no wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, Quake. I don't really.
I never played Quake, so I can't say. But I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there who are like, "Holy shit, fucking
it's
Quake!"
Cool for you that you're getting Quake back and it's a PC exclusive. Great.
Oh, it's a PC exclusive?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Yeah. And you know what? It's like...
right now it is.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Because they'll probably do that thing that Microsoft has done, like, a lot since the Xbox One has come, where it's like, oh, yeah, we'll release this after a year or whatever, when no one will give a shit.
Right.
Yeah. Which is like... and, Bethesda, they've been doing real good with the whole, the nostalgia games, like Wolfenstein, Doom... were fucking great and everything. So
I've yet to play Doom. I'm going to. Though, everything I've heard is that the single player is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's the multiplayer, which is like,
Which the fact that this is a multiplayer only game could make people go, maybe not, but
shit. Yeah, you bring up a good point. Shit, I didn't think about that.
We'll see.
Was that honestly? I'm thinking, was that their first multiplayer? Bethesda?
Hmm?
Was Doom their first multiplayer thing with Bethesda?
Well, Bethesda, if you're talking about published games, then no.
Okay.
Because remember that Bethesda also published Brink?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was back when Bethesda publishing a game meant, oh, this game isn't going to be good.
Ooh.
Dishonored was kind of the thing that broke... I'm pretty sure Dishonored was kind of the game that broke the trend.
Okay, yeah.
Bethesda published games being crappy.
I forgot about
Brink. Like
Brink.
and Wet. And I think Ultraviolet, did they also publish that?
Did they? I think. Let me look it up. Ultraviolet. No, not the fucking digital downloads. The game.
Oh no, it wasn't. What was it? I don't think it was Ultraviolet. What was? God damn it. It was some game. Okay, Bethesda published games. Got Wet, Rogue Warrior.
They did Wet.
Yeah.
I remember that, man.
Hunted, the Demon's Forge. Rage. Yeah, and then Dishonored broke the trend.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
they did Evil Within.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. But that wasn't bad. I mean,
yeah, I don't think anyone would say Evil Within's a terrible game. I know a lot of people actually.
It was alright.
Kind of disappointing for the amount of hype that went into it.
Yeah, it was alright. It was not worth. Yeah, I remember Wet because I remember the main character of that was voiced by Faith from the Buffy show.
Oh.
Yeah, I always liked her.
I thought you were talking about Faith from Mirror's Edge. From the Mirror's Edge series. Why do you know the voice actor for the Mirror's Edge?
I don't know. You know, I watch a lot of animated stuff, so it's like, you know, the voice acting knowledge comes with the territory.
Yeah, and then Dishonored 2 we already talked about.
Which I'm looking forward to.
They re-announced Prey, which is like, it's not Prey, but it is Prey, but it's a reboot.
I'm kind of disappointed, honestly.
Because it's not Space Bounty Hunters?
Yeah, because, oh my god, I watched that trailer, and you got the Johnny Cash song, you know, I'm gonna break my chains and run, and, oh, that was such a kick-ass trailer, and then, and I don't know, this just seems to be going for, like, generic, I mean, I don't want to judge because, you know, this is a CG trailer that doesn't have any fucking gameplay, so I don't want to judge, but I'm really hoping that this doesn't end up being like, oh, it's just generic horror, and you don't have any guns, and you're going to have to hide, so it's Outlast in space or whatever, and I don't want that.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean,
it
would
disappoint me if it ends up being a horror game, because I won't play it then.
Because, like, Prey's always been, like, very, like, weird, for lack of a better word, you know? I mean, like, shit, if you look at the opening where they play, Don't Fear the Reaper, while you're getting sucked up into a freaking UFO and everything, that was great.
Jesus.
You know, you have real weird shit like that, and it's awesome, you know? But, I don't know. I hope this turns out good.
Yeah, we don't really get to see a lot other than the fact that, obviously sanity is going to be an issue in the game.
And apparently the aliens turn into chairs or something.
Yeah.
Which is like, wow, what a useless power. You turn into a fucking chair.
All this trailer pretty much did was make people then say, hey, Prey's not dead, and we're working on it.
Yeah, but not in the way you want it to be.
But don't think about it because we don't exactly know what the game is ourselves, so...
Yeah. What was
we're working on it.
The Prey, the Western one, the Bounty Hunter Western Space Prey, the Prey 2. Mm. That one was being published by Bethesda, if I remember right.
It was being made by, I think, the same studio, Arcane Austin, the guys who were
doing Dishonored.
No, that's just regular Arcane.
Oh, is that okay?
Arcane Austin was a subsidiary.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So I think it's the same team.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm looking it up, yeah. Development on Wikipedia, and they say in the contents, development as Prey 2 and then as Prey, so
yeah.
I'm guessing they took bits and pieces. I would actually lose my shit. I doubt it's going to happen, but I would love it if it turns out that this is actually Prey 2, but it's like that first thing is like, oh, at first it's a horror for the first hour, and then you get thrown into this giant, like, planet as a bounty hunter or something. Because that was actually the idea of the original character, of the character in Prey 2, where it turns out, he was kidnapped by these UFOs, and then he was dumped onto a planet. Like, that was the original plot of Prey 2. So I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping, like, against all logic, that's what it turns out to be. Turns out to be actually Prey 2 or something.
Just want your space bounty on your back.
Yeah, and it's just this giant, like, secret thing that they're trying to pull off or whatever.
We'll see.
Yeah. That'd be kick-ass, but...
We probably won't see any gameplay of it, because until...
At least
I would assume that most of this team is doing, like, assisted development for Dishonored 2, and right now they're just trying to clean that shit up.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that they actually got a voice for Corvo now.
Yeah.
It's like, finally. And he sounds like gruff white dude. Okay.
Maybe playing the game as Emily anyway, but yeah, it's cool that they...
Yeah. I think they'll give him a chance first, because it's like, he can finally talk now. Maybe I'll get some interesting shit out of him more compared to the first one.
Okay. No, I'm not going to make that reference. I'm going to keep going.
Well, wait, what were you going to do?
It was a very, very, very deep cut. So I'm just going to blow right past that.
Okay, fair enough.
What next? They had Elder Scrolls Legends. No, it's Hearthstone, but it's not Hearthstone. Whatever. What else did they have? They had Skyrim remastered. Okay, like I personally, once I'm done with a Bethesda game, I don't go back to them.
Yeah, I don't either.
Kind of like I did everything. I've closed the book on that game. Like, I'm not even playing Fallout 4 again until all the DLC is out, so I can just play it all at once and then and close the book on Fallout 4.
Yeah.
What else did they... I feel like they had one more thing, right?
I don't know.
Obviously, it didn't make enough of an impact for us to...
Apparently not.
Yeah, so, alright, moving on. Microsoft.
Which, I don't think they had anything either.
Yeah, the biggest problem... A lot of the problem with this E3 in general is nobody, except for somebody, had anything to surprise us or wow us with.
Yeah, did they even show any kind of gameplay or game stuff at all?
Microsoft?
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had a gameplay. Well, the thing is, they had like gameplay and they showed stuff, but it was all for stuff we'd seen before, or like we knew about. Like, we saw gameplay for Gears of War,
right?
Which looks like Gears of War. It looks pretty. Looks like fun Gears of War, but we knew Gears of War was coming, and it's like, okay, it's still Gears of War.
Yeah, I've said it before, not the biggest fan of Gears of War, but I'm not really a big fan of the shooters that Microsoft has made. You know, Halo and Gears of War. Not the biggest fan of both of those.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't judge anyone. I get why people love them, because they are fun. It's just,
I do enjoy Gears when I played. Most of my keep playing it though came from either playing co-op or playing multiplayer with friends. If you weren't playing Gears with somebody, I never saw a point to play Gears. Like, I never went out and was like, oh man, I'm gonna buy Gears just to play it by myself.
Right.
It's a game that
oh shit, you okay?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was leaning in my chair and it came slamming down on the ground.
Okay, jeez, I thought you got hurt, man.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
The long-term psychological damage is no. Yeah, and then they showed gameplay for Sea of Thieves, which looks fun. It's like they're pirate, you can all with your friends you can run a pirate ship and run across other pirate ships. I feel like I wanted to see more of it because what they showed just seemed like, I don't know, it didn't seem like enough for me, even though they did show quite a bit. It looks like a I don't know if, did they say if it's a persistent open world or if it's just solid events. Because if it's persistent open world, that's cool. But the combat looks to me like Guns of Icarus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that game where you're like all running a Zeppelin, where like everyone's like, "Oh, our engine's broken. Somebody has to run downstairs and like fix the engine." Stuff. It looks like that basically.
Right. Yeah, and I played that game, Guns of Icarus.
One person mans these cannons on this side, one person steers.
Right.
It looks interesting, and I'm definitely if I ever get an Xbox One or a PC and I can run it, I'll definitely have some fun playing it if I can play with somebody. Again, this looks like another game where you have to be playing with people you know to have fun.
Although for me, that's always like multiplayer. You know, I don't really have fun with multiplayer unless it's like with friends.
See, there are games I can and games I can't with. Like Rocket League and Overwatch, I have no problems playing.
Yeah, Rocket League is the exception of the rule because it's so fun. Love Rocket League.
Yeah, and then they showed gameplay.
Oh, sorry.
Then they showed gameplay for not enough gameplay though for Recore, which is that game where it's like, oh, you're a girl, and you like have a power core you could like put in dead robots, and then they become your robot friends.
Right.
It's being like made by Concept, the guys who made Mighty Number 9, and a bunch of people who worked on it also worked on the Metroid Prime games, which was Retro Studios, I think. Or I don't know if Retro even existed. No, it was Armadillo Studios?
Armature Studio.
Armature Studio.
Yeah, it's being developed by Armature. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And Concept.
Yeah. So the guys who made Metroid Prime, the guys who made Mighty Number 9.
Okay, half of that makes me happy. And then the other half is like, oh god, why?
It looks interesting. Like it looks like it could be fun. I just didn't see enough of it.
It looks very cutesy. Like, do you remember that game that came out for the PS4 about the little creature that had like could summon cubes all around him? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that in a kind of a cutesy kind of way.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just 1 sec.
Oh, no problem.
It looks like they're taking full advantage of it, like kind of like Knack, where they're like, look at all the particle effects.
Exactly. That's that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, where it's like, look how amazing this looks, and buy our game and buy our X-Bone, and
right.
I will never stop calling it the X-Bone.
It's fun. You can call the PS4 the Pisfer, and you can call the Xbox One the X-Bone. Fucking what other games? They definitely showed more games, but
just can't remember them.
Right. Let's get to the big. The thing they opened with was that there's going to be a new model of Xbox One.
Right. Yeah.
The Xbox One S, but there's not going to be one new model. There's going to be 3 new models.
Oh, joy.
There's the $300 version where, all of them are shrunk down. It's 40% smaller. They're white. There's no power brick anymore. It's all inside the console, so it's smaller. It's capable of running, watching things in 4K, so you can put in 4K Blu-ray discs and it'll play them. You can stream stuff in 4K.
Which 4K, I don't know. You know.
Hey, I don't plan on buying a 4K TV or anything.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, what is it? A 4K television is like $5,000 or some crazy shit.
I'm sure you can find some cheaper ones, but it's 4K is like HD for me. 5 to 8 years ago, where I just don't have a need for it right now.
Right.
But when the 4K TVs are down to like my HD TV, if I can get one like a 32-inch for like $300, sure. But I don't think I can find those deals right now, so I don't have any interest. 40% smaller, white, and okay, so it starts at $300, which is with the price they dropped the Xbox One to, I think 2 weeks before E3. And then there's the $300 model has 500 gigabytes of space, standard Xbox One storage size. Then you can pay $350 for one that has a terabyte of hard drive space, or $400 for one that has 2 terabytes of hard drive space. Basically, plan on buying a lot of digital games, you should probably invest in the 2 terabyte version. Or maybe you shouldn't buy one at all, because at the very end of the show, they announced Project Scorpio, which is the new Xbox One. Yeah. It's faster. It's got 8 teraflops of...
And made by Al Pacino.
Huh?
Scorpio.
Oh.
The movie Scorpio. I'm sorry.
You gonna make a Just Cause reference too?
No. No, I've embarrassed myself enough.
Okay. It's got all these cool specs, and it's coming out holiday of next year. So why should you buy this Xbox One? Also because they flat out said that all of the first party Xbox One games going forward are going to also come out on PC. So it's like, here, buy our new Xbox One. That's $300. It's redesigned. But also don't buy it because there's an even better one coming out next year. But why would you buy either of them? Because you could just play all our games on PC.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know what you're doing, Microsoft.
I don't know.
I want to be on your side. I was gonna buy an Xbox One when you announced this new model, because that's what I've been waiting for. It's like, hey man, $300, smaller model, redesigned. I'm on. Wait, better. So, okay. I guess I won't, guys. If you don't want my money. All right.
Makes no sense. What the hell is wrong with you people?
I
feel like the dude from Zoolander. Am I taking fucking crazy pills here?
Right now, I'm more interested in getting an NX, and Nintendo hasn't shown anything from the NX.
No, yeah, it's like everyone was so sure that this year that they were going to fucking say something about it, and it's like, nope, nothing. Like,
why did you even announce it in the first place? Sony acknowledged that they're working on their next system, but they said, no, we're not going to talk about it. Yeah. And you could have talked about it, but just not given a release date.
Yeah. What was it? They said, what was it?
It basically makes it so, like, well, don't buy an Xbox One right now because the cooler one's coming out next year.
Yeah. Yeah, and now it's like, I really wonder how much this is going to damage their sales, Microsoft. And
it's going to hurt them, definitely.
Yeah. And back to the NX. Did you hear that there's a rumor that apparently the NX is going to go back to using game cartridges?
I've heard that, and
it's like, what?
They'd be so dumb. They'd be so dumb if they did that.
It just... Stop. I get innovation, but this isn't innovation. This is just...
Okay, if we're going to go NX tangent, did you see what Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo America, said? Like, right before E3?
No, what did he say?
Well, you know, graphical fidelity isn't everything. It's more about the content of the games. And it's like, so you're doing it again, Nintendo.
God damn it.
You're fucking gonna release an underpowered system again.
I understand what he's saying, and I agree to him up to a point. But
all that means
you can't take that stand right now.
All that means is we know we're going to release something with less hardware capabilities than the other two competing systems.
Yeah, well, that was the reason that no one wanted to do third-party support for the Wii.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's
and
just
the Wii U.
The fact that they had to fucking design these shitty, like, gimmick controls.
Yeah, that too. Well, those were the two big reasons. It was like, yeah, we can't fucking downgrade. It's a pain in the ass to downgrade this shit.
Well, and they basically have to recode the I don't. Okay. I don't know shit about game development, okay?
I don't either, but I know enough to know.
Code either. But I would assume to basically you have to rework an entire game to make it function with motion controls. I'm assuming that's a fucking hard thing to do. And most of the time developers will be like, no, we're not fucking doing that. It costs too much money. It's got too small of a guaranteed sales base. Yeah, okay. NX, whatever. Nintendo didn't even talk about it, so we shouldn't talk about it.
Get your shit together, damn it.
I'm interested in the NX. I want to see something with the NX. Because I could forgive the, like, I don't care, like you said, I don't care about, like, graphical fidelity. If you make good games, just don't have a gimmick, Nintendo. Just make it a controller. Just fucking give me a console that can run that fucking sick-ass new Zelda game, which we'll talk about later.
Give me Bayonetta. Just give me Bayonetta 2. Let me fucking play that on with a regular controller.
I can hey, we can segue this back in here. The Cameo, one of the lead guys at Platinum, who made Bayonetta,
right?
He said once they finish Nier Automata and Scalebound, talking about Microsoft thing again, that was one of the other games they showed. That he has some ideas for Bayonetta 3. So we don't know. So Bayonetta 3 could possibly happen, but trying to back into Scalebound, I don't give a fuck about Scalebound anymore.
I don't either. I would love it if Bayonetta... Just one more thing about Bayonetta. I would love it if it came on the PC or PS4. One of the other.
I think the reason Bayonetta 2 even happened, though, was because Nintendo fronted...
I know.
Yeah, so if we're getting Bayonetta 3...
It's still
the NX.
Really, though, I wish fucking Sony had bought them so I wouldn't have to deal with stupid gimmick controls and stupid...
Right.
Ugh.
You played on a... Bayonetta, whatever. Scalebound, they showed new gameplay, and I don't care anymore.
And, okay, yes.
It doesn't... I don't... Sure, it looks like a fully functioning game, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy it, but...
It looks pretty, but it looks generic, in all honesty.
It just didn't look fun. Like, okay, we attack this, and then we jump over, and then we still have that douchebag main character and his fucking...
And his stupid fucking headphones.
I'm sure when the game comes out, if I play it, I'll have a good time playing it, but I just, from what I've seen, this isn't something that'll make me go, oh man, I should... It didn't do the thing Microsoft needs it to do. It will make me go, oh man, I should get an Xbox One to play Scalebound, or I should upgrade my PC to Windows 10 so I can play Scalebound.
Oh yeah, that hasn't happened yet for me. You know, with their fucking... And it hasn't helped me with their Dante ripoff, or their Dante look-alike, you know. Look at that...
I don't know, he's more of a Nero.
Yeah, well, I'm talking Dante from, like, the fucking remake.
From DMC?
Yeah.
Who was basically Nero, but with short hair.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Microsoft, okay. Whatever.
Get your shit together, Microsoft.
It didn't show anything bad, but it was just kind of like, oh, is this it?
It just would have been nice if they had just shown anything.
Something new. Well, and then they snuck out Crackdown's delayed.
Yeah.
Crackdown's delayed till sometime in 2017. Don't worry about it. It's like, wait, I actually wanted to know about that game.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Microsoft.
Yeah. Crackdown 2 was pretty generic.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why I'm hoping Crackdown 3 doesn't suck a dick, because Crackdown 2 was just the exact same map. But, oh, look, there are zombies now.
Yeah. Okay, stupid question, but did the announcement for Berserk come during E3 as well?
It did, but it wasn't during any of the conferences. It was just kind of one of
Oh, okay. It was just there. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
I just want to say, I'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Next was Ubisoft?
Right.
Was it? Yeah, it was Ubisoft.
I think Ubisoft.
No, it was a PC gaming show. Then it was Ubisoft.
Yeah, but they didn't do shit. Just like last year.
I don't own a PC powerful enough to run things. So honestly, when I was watching the PC gaming show, I took that as the time of the day where I would actually have time to go take a shower and eat something. So I did, and I didn't watch most of the PC gaming show because I'm not in most of the good opportunity. I can't say words right now.
I get what you're saying.
There's a good chance I'm never going to play any of those games.
Yeah. And you know what? That's fair. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh my god, you fucking peasant, you don't have a PC. Oh. I'm not one of those guys. I prefer my PC because it's convenient, and yeah, for me it is better because I do better with a keyboard and a mouse than a fucking controller. And
that's cool. And if you're into like fucking RTSs and like...
Yeah, the same thing, yeah. And Steam's my thing and everything, you know, and really, for consoles, I only buy the console main games, you know, that are only coming for consoles. But I don't want to be harsh with the PC thing, because, with the panel?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it just started last year, technically. Like, this is just a new thing. It's only 2 years old. And it's not going to be like Bethesda, where you have a whole legion of people Or, it's not going to be like Microsoft where you have all these people just clapping and being like, woo! It's going to be a small, tight-knit thing that's going to talk about the stuff.
For a certain group of people, I'm not one of those people that it's for.
And that's fine. Yeah.
I don't have really any say in if it's good or not, and I have no interest in following it. So
Yeah. And, I don't know. So I don't want to be as harsh as we were last year, but
it was definitely better than last year.
Oh, yeah.
I will say from the stuff I did see, it was definitely better.
They definitely had some interesting stuff of what they showed, but
I still don't understand the talk show format of it.
Yeah, I don't like... Again, I think it's because of that niche kind of thing is why they're going for that. And I'm like, okay, all right. But, yeah, I would prefer them to be like, here's the game, here's the tech, here's what you're going to get, here's how much it costs, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And, keep it simple. That's just my thing. Yeah. But other than that, it was all right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to...
Moving right along.
Disappointment Train Part 2.
Ubisoft. Yeah.
Was there a single thing that I enjoyed? Press conference.
You'll enjoy that the Watch Dogs trailer almost gave me a heart attack.
Why?
Of just pure stress. Because I was like, I was watching those trailers and I was like, what is happening? Am I having a stroke? Am I stroking out? Is someone stroking out here? What the fuck is going on with this trailer? Because what was it? It was like, you have this dude jumping all over the place and these fucking memes all over the place, and I'm like, what's happening? Why is this going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of things at the Ubisoft conference where I was like, man, they are really pushing the, hey, we're the 30 or 40-year-old dude who's trying to be hip with the young kids.
Yeah. Have you seen the Steam description of the game?
No.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. It's sad. Honestly, it's, how does it go? It goes something like, oh yeah, welcome to San Francisco. Play as Marcus, a brilliant young hacker, and join the most notorious hacker group, DedSec. Your objective, execute the biggest hack of history. Not in history, of history.
Ugh.
And you see that trailer and it's like, oh my god, I see nothing but douchebags. There's a dickhead who has a selfie stick on there. It looks really hip. Honestly, I read more about this character, and I kind of want Aiden back.
I don't know. The sad thing is Watch Dogs 2 looks kind of fun.
It does, but...
It looks like they improved a lot over the first one.
True, but I don't think they've improved their characters, because it seems they have the same hypocritical moron of a character, because...
When has Ubisoft ever had, when was the last time that... I mean, they have had in the past. When was the last time they had an interesting lead character?
I would say Ezio, but that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe Nathan Henway.
Who?
The James Bond dude from Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah, Haytham Kenway.
Yeah, not Nathan. My bad. Haytham Kenway. Yeah.
I kind of liked Edward Kenway as well.
Yeah, Edward Kenway too. Yeah, I would say those three. But other than that, yeah. But it's kind of funny. I was reading about the character, and the description is Marcus has been set up with a crime because of this program that's basically what's that Tom Cruise movie about seeing crimes before they happen?
Minority Report.
Yeah. It's a program that's basically Minority Report, and he's like, and now he's been set up by the Minority Report program, and for something that he didn't do. And what's he gonna do to other people? He's gonna illegally send them to jail for shit they haven't done. Innocent people, and it's like, wow, Aiden wasn't this much of a hypocrite.
Right.
You dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah. And they showed gameplay. So Watch Dogs 2 could be good. Could just be like Watch Dogs 1.
Could be fun gameplay-wise. But, story-wise, it's going to be stupid.
I'm not going to buy it at launch. And if anything, I haven't even bought the original Watch Dogs. Even though I've seen it for under $10.
I rented it. That was it. I rented it once. I was like, all right, fine. And then I never went back to it.
I think $5 is the amount I'll pay for it. I don't know even then. But I think I'm gonna wait till Watch Dogs 2 is like 20 or less.
Yeah.
I'll see. Unless I hear overwhelmingly positive things about it, and even then,
yeah.
I'll wait till it's cheap.
If it becomes the Assassin's Creed 2 of Watch Dogs, then I'm like, all right, fine, yeah. Because that's how Assassin's Creed was. Whereas like the first one was pretty boring and generic.
Yeah, but Assassin's Creed also had Patrice had like a leading vision behind the series.
Yeah, true. Didn't that dude leave?
Well, he was fired, and then he got bought by them after the THQ. His studio, who he was making a new game for, got bought by Ubisoft after the THQ exploded, and then they fired him again.
Wow, that's like some petty, broken-up girlfriend shit.
It was pretty sad.
It's like, wow, you fucking dickholes.
Yeah, and then Ubisoft, Just Dance, who cares? South Park, that was the part there.
That was fucking hilarious. That trailer, and oh man, it is so appropriate for them to do superheroes now. Like,
yeah, we don't really even need to say a lot about it other than, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It looks fun. They seem to know what they're doing. I didn't play Stick of Truth. I want to, but everyone I've heard who played says it's great.
Yeah, it's like, right now, I know you just said you don't have a powerful computer and all, but I would think you could easily do the Stick of Truth. Like,
no.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh.
Mine was, dude, I said this before. You could probably find an audio of me saying it like 6 different times.
Maybe.
But my laptop struggled to run. Like, I could barely run the original Deus Ex.
Oh, right, you told me that, yeah. Well, you know...
This is a $300 laptop designed to write text documents and watch YouTube videos.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you ever get interested or whatever, it's like $7.
No, and I think they even said they said for pre-orders, but I don't know if there was like this is always going to happen where if you buy Stick of the Fractured But Whole, you'll just get Stick of Truth.
Which that's a good deal. Quite a few people have done that, I think.
I'm tempted to do the dick thing because I don't know how it'll work. They say like, oh, pre-order it, and then they'll just give you the code. I may end up trying to pre-order it, getting the code, and then canceling the pre-order. I don't know. That may be too.
That'd be kind of a dick move. Yeah.
Although now that we know they're out on you can play Stick of Truth they're out on current gen consoles, so maybe like a month or two they'll like have it digitally available for sale or whatnot.
Maybe, yeah. I love
Fractured But Whole looks good.
I will say this. I love that dig with J.J. Abrams. You can't just repeat. It does, you know, it's not bad to repeat the same shit over and over again. All right, J.J. Abrams. Good luck, DC Comics.
Yeah, South Park Fractured But Whole looking hot. It looks like everyone's going to be satisfied with it.
Yeah.
Moving on to thing that got a lot of, oh man, this looks cool last year too. Oh, this is what this is? Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, Ubisoft, so you turned something that looked kind of like, oh man, this is kind of interesting, open world, fucking hunting down mechs and oh, it's just The Division, but different.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, like, the gameplay looks just boring.
God damn it, really?
Not fun, the world looks uninteresting. I don't care.
You could, you know...
I was kind of interested last year, now I just don't care.
I'm honestly surprised not a lot of people go with, like, Mexico. Like, with how interesting the culture is and, you know, how much you could do some cool shit with that and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you don't really get that a lot. And, yeah, honestly, I haven't played, other than, The Division, which was, you know, just boring as all hell. I don't think I've played another Ghost Recon game or whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, Division wasn't Ghost Recon. It was just.
Or no, it was Tom Clancy, right? Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I haven't played any of the Ghost. I don't think I've played any.
Okay, then yeah,
I'm sure I haven't played any of the Ghost Recon games.
Yeah, then yeah, same here.
All right, yeah, whatever. What else did they have?
I'd say Activision are some hoes when it comes to discounts.
Didn't. Was there anything else?
Not.
It really tells you if I can't even fucking remember. Oh yeah, they showed more gameplay of For Honor, which, like Ghost Recon Wildlands, made me go, oh. Well, I don't know if I'm as interested anymore now.
I'm interested, But I think it's going to be one of those things where the multiplayer is going to be the thing that everyone's going to hook on instead of the single player. You know? Like, I think I'm down for it, but I'm not going to pay $60. $60 is a lot, people.
Yeah.
I'll probably...
I just don't... I want to play the beta. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I want to play For Honor because it could be one of those things where it doesn't look interesting to watch, but when you play it, it's really fun.
Right.
Their VR. I'm just gonna skip over VR stuff in general.
Yeah, because I don't think
for like the Sony stuff, because whatever. Yeah. It's VR. I've yet to play anything VR, so I can't really say.
Same.
Yeah. Anything on the subject. And then they ended their conference with Steep. It was like, oh man, do you like extreme snowboarding and like downhill skiing? No? Oh. Well,
oops.
Don't you want to play this game? No. Okay.
What was it? Weren't they also the ones who did the whole, they also announced, was it the Blood Dragon trials or whatever the fuck it's called?
I've just kind of ignored anything that's new trials. Like, they did the same thing, was it 2 years ago with the unicorn? It was like expansion where like you were a cat riding a unicorn and you shot.
Well, I'm just mad because I want another fucking
Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon, yeah. I don't want gimmick.
I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't care.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it's perfectly all right. I just don't want that.
Yeah. The thing with Steep is, and I said this when we were watching the stream, I think that everyone at Ubisoft is really into extreme sports, like snow, like type of sports, like, well, just extreme sports in general, like parkour and like the cliff diving and like
right
extreme skiing and snowboarding, and they think that everyone else is really into these things. So now they're just like, oh man, and instead of like in their other games where they incorporate that part into other gameplay, they're just like, let's just make a whole game based around it. And nobody really gives a shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people who are, like, because snowboarding games were a thing for a while.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think, like, why would you close your show with this? I honestly don't know why that game was greenlit.
I don't know that.
Because I don't know.
Some of those would be interesting if they were willing to go for a full R rating and, like, just charge, like, oh, hey, here, it's $30. I don't know. And then you could have fun with it. Whatever, with friends, get drunk and everything and be like, oh my god, that dude's head got torn off by the tree branch. Or something,
Yeah.
That would be fine. But this is a full $60 game of just, dude, bro, get your Mountain Dew and let's skate up this ridge, bro. We gotta save the cabin, man. Fucking battle all the bands.
The reason why the SSX games were popular is because, yes, they were like extreme snowboard skiing, but they also had like crazy environments where you could like ramp off the side of like a downed tree and like land on like do like a crazy spin and like land on the top of like a cabin and grind down that. Because it was, like, insanity, not this, like, crazy, like, hyper-realism.
Well, that's what it was. That's what made the Tony Hawk games also fun. Like, you had crazy shit like that. Like, what was it? In Tony Hawk American Wasteland, one of the parts is, one of the missions you get from this dude is, oh, yeah, distract the cops. And then, once you succeed, he takes out a rocket launcher, blows up a fucking car, and is like, okay, on to the next level. Right. It's like, what? In the middle of LA. And it's like, okay.
Steep, I don't care. I don't know anybody personally who actually gave a shit about it. Great job, Ubisoft.
I don't think we know people that really give a shit hardcore about, like, the sports games that much.
Yeah.
Like football and that, and, I mean, I know people that like the UFC stuff, but the football, basketball, soccer, the other stuff, I don't hear anything about anyone caring about that shit.
I know maybe one person who could be interested in it. That's just because he talks about snowboarding all the time. But
okay.
Other than that, no. I don't know anyone. All right. Moving on to unquestionably the best conference of the show,
Yeah, because they did the
Not even-
unthinkable.
There's
They
no
showed
bias
games.
thing in this. It's just a matter of they showed a bunch of shit and they showed some new shit that we weren't expecting.
Yeah, they did the
Motherfucking
unthinkable. You know, they showed fucking game content.
Yeah. Starting out with a God of War reboot, except it's not a reboot,
It's a.
but it is.
It's, you know, I wouldn't say reboot. I'd say sequel, but it's just like.
But it's like a redo. They're like redoing the series. Like it's a continuation of the story.
Yeah.
Where it's like Kratos, older Kratos in Norse mythology, and he's got a son. But it doesn't look like the older God of War games. It's like got a new fighting and like just overall design.
I would say
so.
it's
It's
like,
definitely a reboot. But it's
I would
also
say
a
something
sequel.
that's more along the lines of like, I guess, for lack of a better term,
Sequel?
character development in a way, because it's like, okay, he's been around for like probably thousands of years now, so a lot of shit has changed. So everything is pretty much different to him
The
and
world
everything
isn't
around.
completely fucked by what he did anymore. So
Yeah, and so I wouldn't really say reboot, but I'd say more along the lines of something like character development. Like when you have one show where it's like, oh, hey, you know, the season ended and now the next season it's like 10 years later, everything's changed. I would say something like it's like along the roots of that. You know what I mean?
looks real. One of the cool things about the demo they showed off was how long it was.
That too. Yeah.
Because there's definitely a point in the demo where after they encounter like a troll or a giant thing, and after they beat it, usually at that point is when like the demo would cut for anything else.
Oh yeah, or shit. Like it could have easily ended once the troll came in and grabbed him.
Yeah.
And it'd be like dum 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 dum
God of War.
Yeah, but they
It
actually continued.
kept going.
Yeah.
And I am just so on board with this. I really hope this means that they're going to release God of War 1, 2, and 3 on the PS4 other than just God of War 4.
Oh, they probably
God of War 3. Because I want to play those games.
The interesting thing about it, by far, I mean, like, not only about how long it is, but it's also, like, I've played the God of War games, like the main ones, 1, 2, and 3, right? They're fun games, but Kratos has always been, you know, he's always had one mode, you know, pissed off, you know? So it's pretty interesting that this one, it's like, he's the father figure, and he's trying to talk to this kid and be a father to this child, and you see a different side of him that you've never really seen in any of the games.
And you can see in the trailer, in the video, that like there's moments where like he like goes like boy, like motherfucker,
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. No.
Like he has like where he has to stop and go like, it's my kid. Can't yell at my kid. I'm trying to be better now.
I can't split his axe with this Thor skull. That was badass when he threw the axe and it just came back to him. It's like, oh, so he's Thor. He has become Thor now.
Well, they said that that it's definitely a spoiler to tell who the kid's mom is. So I'm hoping that the kid is Thor, and that
I would think the mom is like Athena or some crazy shit.
You would assume, but it would also be cool if she was Freya.
Oh yeah.
And so Kratos births. Oh, what if Kratos births Loki?
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting.
And that's like the.
And then they meet Captain America, and then
like rather than Odin being the father of Loki, it's that Thor's mom got pinged by Kratos.
Well, what was the original idea for the plot of God of War 3 was that you were going to kill Zeus way early on and all the gods, and then Kratos was just going to go, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to kill everyone, and then he would end up being the Judeo-Christian god.
Huh?
That was the original plot.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were disappointed with God of War 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, God of War 4, did it come out without
God of 4.
God. I'm glad they didn't do something stupid like that, God of 4.
Really missed an opportunity there. Alright, let's stop sucking God of War's dick. It looks cool. I want to see more of it. I'm definitely on board.
It looks fucking gorgeous, and I really can't wait for more between the kid and because again, yeah, like they seem to really be taking their story seriously because. Like, they've always more or less had, like, a basic story to their shit and, you know, not really any interesting characters or well-developed for the most part. So it's kind of nice that they're trying to do this where it's like, yeah, it's this father-son relationship, mentor and student and everything. I'm down with that, and I hope this ends up being real good.
All right, moving on. There was that zombie biker game, Days Gone.
Yeah. Which
could be cool.
Yeah, it looked fun, honestly. Yeah.
The most interesting thing about it is just the physics of everything.
Oh yeah.
Where, like there's a shit ton of zombies and they're all falling over each other. And they're kind of like the zombies from the World War Z movie where they like have like wave patterns.
Yeah. Days Gone. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And that. Oh my god, I cannot fucking say words. Where like a window's kind of broken and he has to shoot it up and then he can jump through the window and then he's like running across a bridge and he shoots and he like breaks the bridge so the zombies fall through and you can like see everything shifting under the weight. It looks really interesting. It looks like a game that it could have a shitty story.
Yeah.
Just the gameplay itself is so entertaining.
Yeah. I've always really wanted a game where the environment, everything is completely indestructible, you know, and using your vengeance. And the only time we've really ever had that was with Crackdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Crackdown?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, because you could blow up fucking buildings, but
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You couldn't blow up buildings in their initial Crackdown.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you could blow up like bridges and shit. I'm not
talking about Red Faction.
No, Crackdown, the first one. I mean, granted, it's been a long time since I've played the thing, but...
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, and I'm almost sure.
I know Crackdown 3 is supposed to have completely destructible...
Well, that, if I remember correctly, that was the big turn-on with Crackdown as well, was that, you know, you have destructible environments. You know, you can blow up a bridge and all this other shit, and... But I might be so wrong. I might be getting this mixed up with something else. I have no idea.
Yeah, Days Gone. I want to see more of it. It's interesting. Looks cool. New. I'm always on board for new IPs, even if it is just another zombie game. Even they're like, they're not zombies. Don't call them zombies. They're infected. Whatever.
Yeah,
zombies.
Just cut the bullshit. Just say zombies. Yeah. That's why The Walking Dead always irritates me, where it's like, the walkers, and it's like, you mean zombies? Does this place not have George R. Martin, whatever the fuck that guy's name is? What's his name?
Wait, guy who wrote Game of Thrones, the guy who wrote Walking Dead?
No, guy who did Day of the Dead. George
Romero.
George Romero, yeah, Day of the Dead, yeah. You guys don't have George Romero?
Seriously. Moving on, what was it? I'm not remembering these things in order.
I'm not remembering. How about we just not do them out of order? We'll just talk about the things. Fuck it.
Kojima's new game.
Kojima's shit, which we have no idea about. It's like, well, that's a Kojima game, all right.
Let's move on. Yeah, it's like, okay, new Kojima game. Norma Reese is involved. PS4 exclusive. Okay.
You gotta love how he just came down there like a fucking god. You know, when they announced him, everyone was like, "Oh my god, yes!" And he's just like,
"Yep, Kojima."
Yep. It's our Lord and Savior.
Dude is a golden god.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, moving on, because what is there to say about Death Stranding?
Except that it's fucking weird, and a lot of women, if you have a naked Norman Reedus, a lot of women are going to be buying that game who aren't gamers.
Hey, I'd buy that game for God damn it. We were talking about, oh man, Sony had all this cool stuff, and then I can't remember.
Here, you know what? To save you time, I'll look up the stuff. Because
damn it.
Don't feel bad, buddy.
What is happening to my memory?
Well, they did talk more about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I know I'm getting that game, so I don't even like. I don't even feel the need to talk about it anymore. It's like, yeah. I'm super excited.
Oh, wait.
What else do you want me to say?
Fucking the Spider-Man game.
Yes.
Of course. I mean, yeah. How do you like it? What do you think about his outfit? What do you think about that?
I don't care.
I like it.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm not mad at it. I'm like, okay, looks cool.
Yeah, I really like it. I do hope, though, that they also like, because it's been a trend in these superhero games where it's like, oh, you can pick the outfit from,
I'm sure they will.
The black suit.
I'm sure they'll have different costumes.
Yeah, I always loved it. I don't know why, I just like that. And the best part of that, to me, was when he went into the coffee shop.
The building.
Yeah, into the building and started moving around. And I hope that's something you can do common, because that's something I would love also, where it's like, oh, you can enter any building, you can move through. I want that in a video game at some point. I know it would take a shitload of power and graphics and memory and all that shit, but yeah, it doesn't even need to be the whole building. Just give me like a street corner or something.
Well, this is another example of games can look so great and do so much if you don't try to make them look hyper-realistic.
Yeah.
Because this is very obviously showing, like, it looks good, but it's very obviously, this is a comic book art style.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It looks good. It looks like, it looks like the same design of, like, Web of Shadows or, the other games. What was it? Edge of Time, Fracture in Time, whatever that one was.
Yeah, just like cleaner models, better lighting.
Oh yeah, it honestly looks like PS3 graphics, but not in a bad way.
I don't know.
Well, it's like the end. You know what I mean? Not like the beginning, like the end kind of thing.
Maybe.
Like a little around there. Oh, Resident Evil.
Oh. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm
not going to play it because I don't play horror games.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well,
I'm glad that they're doing what people have been asking them to do.
Yeah, to make horror.
Go back to the horror roots of the series. People have been asking for them. People have been asking that of them for years.
Yeah.
So good on you.
And you know what? It kind of makes sense. And this seemed kind of obvious, and I didn't realize it. But you could have made Resident Evil an anthology series, like, you know, where it's like different each game takes place in a different place or different time that is connected, not really connected to anything else. Because this doesn't seem connected to, you know, Chris Redfield
this takes
or whatever.
Place after 6.
Does it? Okay, yeah. But it doesn't seem to really have anything to do with, you know, what's his name, Wesley or whatever, and all that. Yeah.
That may be the best thing about it.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't play horror, but still, what do you think about them doing it like PT, where it's like, oh, it's, you know, it's first person and all that?
Is it always first person? Because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Clips. I know the demo is all first person.
No, I actually looked up and they said, yeah, we're doing this all in first person.
It's easier to scare people when it's first person than when it's third person.
True enough.
So. And if it's a good game, I don't see why anyone would complain.
Yeah.
I mean, the original Resident Evils had tank controls, and now
those were awful.
Don't do that. So it's like, sure, the series has to evolve.
True enough. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, they just had, like, if you want like an OG Resident Evil experience, play the 2 Revelations games, which I've heard is a lot similar to the original Resident Evil games. So, just play those. Yeah, that's... Sony had a lot of cool stuff to actually show. Like I said, they didn't talk about the Neo.
Nope.
They didn't even, like, acknowledge it during their conference. They just, like, said before E3, like, hey, we're working on it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. What do you think about that one game by... God, what is it? By those guys who do the, we can't do movies, so we'll try and do movies and video games. What's his name? Beyond Human?
Yeah.
Or something?
Beyond. David Cage's game, Detroit Become Human.
There it is. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Doesn't look like my type of game, but for the people who is... I'm glad that he's going back to multiple protagonists.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a lot of what hurt Beyond Two Souls, is he just tried to focus on one character the whole time.
I liked Fahrenheit, or Indigo Prophecy. I liked that a lot. I even liked Heavy Rain. I never played Beyond Two Souls, but it wasn't that interesting to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not really that interested in David Cage games in general. I know a lot of people are, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough, and I totally get it.
So this is your new Quantic Dream game, everyone. So enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay, was there anything else?
I do like how they specifically went out of their way to show that there's all different ways scenarios can play out.
Yeah.
I always
but it's also, like, redundant, because it's a David Cage, so there's probably going to be,
I will never talk bad about a game that offers a lot of variety.
Oh, yeah. No, I always enjoy that.
Cue somebody taking audio of me talking shit about a game because it has a lot of variety. I could have said that in the past. I don't remember. Yeah, and that's, well, I would say Nintendo, but it's pretty much just Zelda.
Yeah, it was just pretty much Zelda. And what did you think about it?
I really want to get an NX now.
Yeah, me too, but
really fun.
I'm waiting.
Hey, you got a Wii U, don't you?
No, I do not.
Oh, great.
No, that's why I keep saying, God damn it, I want, because I play with my friend, the rich kid who gave me a PS4. Yeah. I still laugh at that.
That's why I thought you had a Wii U.
Yeah. I go over his house and we play every now and then and shit.
I'm interested to see the NX version of the game. I don't think I'll get a Wii U to play it, but I don't think I'll get an NX to just play Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, because I'm still waiting to see what the NX is.
That's the thing. You have no clue. You have no clue if this is going to be a piece of shit console or something where it's like, oh, okay, good, you didn't fuck this up. Again.
Right. If they make something like, if the NX has no like controller gimmicks and is basically on par with the current PS4 and Xbox One, not like the new upgraded ones they're going to release next year.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably get one. And
yeah.
Also, if it's backwards compatible with Wii U games, which I feel like it has to be.
That's the only reason I'll probably buy it, because again, Bayonetta, what was it? Well, it was the Hyrule Warriors, which was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
I can probably get that on my 3DS.
Yeah,
no, that's Mario Brothers 3D World.
Yeah, that one.
A good amount of, but I would still like to get it. Splatoon,
yeah, that's so much fun.
I would not be surprised if next year we hear about Splatoon 2 for the NX.
Splatoon 2, Electric Boogaloo. It all rhymes. Splatoon 2 and all.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you want to know more about it, go watch the fucking hours of gameplay that's online already.
Oh, yeah, I'll give them credit, they
just showed Zelda.
Yeah, they did better than Microsoft and Ubisoft.
Right? It's like, alright, I'm fine with this. It looks really fun. It looks like they're doing something really different with Zelda, which is what people have been asking for a while.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Good on you, Nintendo.
So thank God you guys finally listen. So maybe you'll listen about consoles.
And aside from... Oh, yeah, we can just talk about other various trailers. That's all, like, the main stuff. And then let's get into the little side things, which we'll start with, because you mentioned it earlier. Berserk, made by Koei Tecmo. Made by the guy... Basically, it's a Dynasty Warriors game, but with Berserk. And
there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think
there's wrong with the trailer they used to announce it.
That was the first trailer, and it's like, okay, I get it.
No, I don't get it. It's somebody who obviously hasn't fucking read the series or has no concept of... of what that scene even means, because it's like somebody who just quickly read the Wikipedia article and was like, oh, this is a big moment in the series, so let's just use that. Never mind the fact that the whole reason that moment has such an impact was because
it's fucking dark as shit.
It's brutally dark. It's horrifying, but it also has all this character build-up leading up to it. So if you just release that as a trailer, people think, what is this, like a tentacle hentai game?
Yeah, the first part of that trailer is bad. The first, 15, 20 seconds, and then it's the one where they finally show Gus.
Well, that wasn't the trailer they first showed, though.
Oh, yeah, right.
They showed they released that second trailer because people complained, because the first trailer was just fucking the shot of Casca getting fucking wrapped up by tentacles, her naked body getting wrapped up by tentacles, and then it said Berserk. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like, guys, this looks like it's supposed to be like Resident Evil or something.
Like, not even like... Even the only way this trailer would be acceptable is if your game was about tentacle rape.
Right. Yeah. It's a dating.
It's
the dating simulator.
Seriously, there's no other circumstance where this trailer would be acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they showed the brief clips of gameplay they showed.
It looked awesome.
Well, it looks fun. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it looks fun, which is like...
Because I do want to have... Hey, I want a game where I can swing Guts' fucking giant-ass Dragon Slayer sword around, cutting lots of dudes down. I'll definitely play that.
Yeah, I want a game where he gets the fucking Berserk armor and all that. Yeah,
hopefully it goes past what the original animes. The original animes.
I somewhere that it's supposed to.
Good, because I know there's the new anime that's starting soon, which looks not good.
It doesn't. Fuck. Are you kidding me?
It's.
Are you serious?
We'll talk once the podcast is over.
Damn it! That really. Can you give me one thing? It looks fun. It looks gory.
The only good thing about the new anime, basically. Okay, no, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but one thing before we move on. It's like for people who don't know what the fuck that is, it's like, oh, that looks like tentacle rape or whatever. And for the people who do know what it is, it's like, yeah, why would you put this in there? Like, you could have done something. The smarter move would have been like, oh, show the little red thing, the gem with the fucking creepy eyeballs and all that.
Seriously.
Just show that, and then it's like, boom, Berserk, and there you go.
Yeah.
And you could have done it just like that, because anyone who knows Berserk would have been like, oh, it's the thing from Berserk, and then anyone who done it was like, oh, that's fucking creepy as shit, freaking eyeball pendant and all, and there you go.
Seriously.
What was the name of that freaky thing?
The Behelit.
Behelit.
Behelit. I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Behelit. Or whatever, yeah. Yeah, you could have just shown that and like the final shot is it opening its eyes and it's like, whoa, that's creepy. What is this? And there you go.
Yeah. There are like other like kind of trailers for other things like Volition. I don't know what it is about everyone who likes the Saints Row games seems to be really hyped for Volition's new game, Agents of Mayhem, but I don't think it looks fun. like oh, we're mercenaries and it's 3-team based and we want it to feel like G.I. Joe, so it's like we'll have different characters you can swap out and switch between. But Volition just didn't. It burned me, I'll say that, with Saints Row 3 and 4, where everyone seems to love the direction the series took. I didn't.
Really?
And this just seems like more of that style of
it. It is. You know, have you read the synopsis of it?
No.
It is... Okay, you remember the DLC Gat Out of Hell?
Yeah.
In the ending...
I was given it for free, and that's the only reason I played it.
Okay, yeah. The ending, you have Nathan Fillion, who's basically God, it gives him like 3 different endings, basically. And in one of them, Johnny Gat chooses a new Earth, a new reality. That Earth is what this game takes place in.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I get why you're mad. I understand, because I've seen people who are like, man, yeah. But also, it's like, I also understand why they changed it, because like too many people were comparing. Oh, it's GTA. It's poor man's GTA.
No, I get it, and it's just a matter of fact is they're not making games for me anymore.
Yeah,
and
no, totally.
Obviously, they found their audience. Good for them. I'm sure you guys will love it. Enjoy it. It's just not for me. The only reason I could see myself playing this game is if I can pick it up for like $10.
Right. Yeah. They're fun games, but it's like I understand people that like They're like, hey, not for me. This took into a direction I'm not really into, and I totally get that.
Was there any other?
Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not too big into fighting games. It's cool that there's more superhero fighting games, and I like that they're adding. Apparently, like the roster's like significantly bigger than the one in the first game.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, which is I'm always on board for fighting games that give you more characters.
Yeah. Because they showed just a few, and it was like they had Gorilla Grodd, they had Atrocitus. Yeah.
Yeah. I
oh no! What can I say? It's like I like Injustice. I'm not that big of a fan of fighting games. I'm still trying to get into them. I'm slowly getting into them and all. But yeah,
I owned the Ultimate Edition with all the DLC of Injustice because it was given to me free from PlayStation Plus.
Right.
I still haven't touched it.
Yeah, it's. Have you read the comics?
No, I heard they were shitty at the beginning, but by the end it was like, this is actually pretty enjoyable.
Decent, but there becomes a point where you're like, I can't see anyone fucking defending this.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone. Can I spoil it for you?
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. At the point that Superman beats Green Arrow to death...
Oh, God.
Uses his heat ray to shoot Black Canary in the womb...
Ugh.
Hires Zaz to kill Alfred.
God.
You have no fucking excuse to be behind him at all, to defend his actions in any way. I don't care if Wonder Woman wants that dick. There becomes a point where you're like, you're a fucking psycho. You're worse than the Joker.
Psycho killer.
Da-na-na-na. But it's like, yeah, it's like he does all this horrible shit. And it's like, he kills the Green Lantern planet.
Yo, he kills Moga?
He kills fucking Moga. He does that.
No!
Yeah, he breaks Bruce Wayne's back. There's so much shit. He kills, who's the good guardian of the Green Lanterns? The one that everyone likes. You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
The Poozler dude?
Him and the Guardian, the blue guys.
Oh, the Guardians.
Yeah. He kills the one that everyone likes, that one. Hal Jordan becomes a Yellow Lantern and kills Guy Gardner.
Well, do we really lose anything?
Okay, yeah, but still. And then, oh God, what is it? Kyle Rayner suffocates in space while the Yellow Lanterns rip his arms apart and his legs. It's fucking... It's so in excess that it's like you can't justify the means ever. You couldn't justify the means in the first one. In the first series of these comics, you could never justify. Oh well, you have to feel sorry for him. No, you don't. You don't have to feel sorry for any of these assholes. And when you have Captain Marvel, who's like, yeah, I'm working with Superman, even though he's doing really fucked up shit now and all. It's like, why? Why? It makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, that's just my pet peeve. Yeah, at some point,
man, you had a lot to say about that.
Well, because it makes no sense for these heroes, for Barry Allen, the Flash.
Dude.
I get that, yeah, but it becomes a point where it's like, I mean, in their universe, in the context of the universe, it was still close enough to that universe where they should have a moral center and be like, oh, dude, you hired Victor Zsasz to kill Alfred. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Christ.
And Barry Allen's still working with this shit.
Well, was that E3? Is that it?
I don't know what I don't know what was in. You see, like they never did. That's the nice thing about E3 is that they didn't do. Oh, The Last Guardian. Oh my God, I just.
Oh yeah, Last Guardians come out in October.
Fucking finally. Right.
I'll still probably be playing Final Fantasy 15, but yeah.
You saw the trailer for that.
That'll be the next thing I'll get. Which, for Last Guardian or 15?
For The Last Guardian.
Yeah. Evil Dog Bird.
That almost made me tear up when it started howling and everything. I was like, oh God, the fucking thing's gonna die and I'm gonna cry and...
I think it was Jason who posted the other day. It was like, the only way this game can end is if the kid dies or the bird dies.
Yeah, that's the only way. Or the bird dies and it becomes like a little baby egg.
Oh no.
Or some crazy shit.
Baby Groot bird.
Right, yeah. I am Groot. That'd be hilarious. Bird who says, I am Groot! Fucking...
This is the Last Guardian is the point where they link the Team Ico universe with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Dogbird's going to be in the next Thor movie.
Great.
All right, well, let's go out on that high point of comedy. Isn't it funny when you reference other things that are part of things and put those references together?
Yeah, I mean...
Welcome to the entirety of the Japan t-shirt industry.
Yeah. I mean, look at Meet the Spartans. Yeah.
God. Oh, no. Are we on that level?
No, I don't think we're that bad.
The last episode of the podcast, I'm actually going to go hunt Ryan down and kill him so this could never happen again.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I don't think we're that bad. Just 2 levels off.
It's alright, people. I'll kill myself afterwards.